Remember when cruising was simple? You packed your bags, dodged the buffet sneeze guard, and snuck in a bottle of shampoo that may or may not have been vodka. Well, 2025 said, let's ruin that. Cruise lines are changing the rules faster than a sea-day conga line, and guess what? No one told you. Until now. These 7 surprise rule changes are catching cruisers completely off guard, loyalty status or not. So unless you enjoy being the confused person at guest services at 6 a.m., you might want to watch this before you board. Number 1. Royal Caribbean's new drink rule. No, you can't take that to your room. So you've made it to diamond status on Royal Caribbean. You've earned your stripes, right? You've cruised enough miles to qualify for a nap on the bridge if you wanted. But guess what? You still can't take your unopened drink back to your cabin anymore. Yes, that's the rule now. Royal Caribbean's new policy says that those complimentary drinks you technically earned, you can enjoy them right there at the bar. But the second you try to walk away with an unopened can of soda or mini champagne, the bartender turns into airport security. Sir, you're not allowed to take that with you. I can pour it in a glass with ice, though? Oh, sure. Nothing screams luxury like lukewarm Sprite in a plastic cup with 4 melting cubes. Apparently, this change is to prevent misuse of loyalty benefits. Translation, they're worried you might enjoy your perk too much, or, heaven forbid, share it with a non-diamond mortal. So now you're doing the walk of shame back to your room with a watered-down Coke like it's a bootleg contraband. Meanwhile, your neighbor with no status is popping open a room-temperature Diet Pepsi they smuggled on board in their checked luggage. Moral of the story? You can earn loyalty, but you can't earn trust. At least not with an unopened can in your hand. Number 2. Carnival's Solo Traveler Crackdown. Sorry, teens, this isn't a gap year hostel. Planning to take your 18-year-old on their first grown-up cruise? Or maybe they were all excited to cruise solo now that they're technically an adult? Well, surprise, Carnival just slammed that porthole shut. As of 2025, Carnival says you must be 21 or older to cruise alone. No exceptions. Well, unless you're legally married or in the military, which is oddly specific, but okay. So now, your 19-year-old college kid can vote, pay taxes, and die for their country. But they can't book an interior cabin for a 3-night cruise to the Bahamas without an adult chaperone. Sounds fair, right? Carnival claims it's all about safety and accountability. But we all know the real reason. Some of those solo teens treated the ship like an episode of Spring Break Open Bar Edition. Now, if you're under 21 and cruising, you better bring a parent, a legal guardian, or a very convincing fake mustache and a deep voice. Here's the kicker. If you show up alone and don't meet the new age policy, they'll deny you boarding, with no refund. Not even an onboard credit or a sad wave goodbye. So if you were planning on giving your teenager the independent travel experience, maybe try anywhere else. Or, just cruise with them and pretend you're not really watching. Number 3. Mexico's $42 surprise fee, even if you don't get off the ship. Mexico. The land of tacos, turquoise waters, and apparently, surprise immigration fees. Yep. As of 2025, Mexico now charges cruise passengers an extra US $42 each just for the honor of stopping at one of their ports. And no, you don't get a margarita with that. Here's the best part. You still pay the $42 even if you never leave the ship. Didn't step foot off the gangway? Didn't buy a sombrero, salsa, or sunburn? Doesn't matter. You breathed Mexican air from deck 10. That'll be $42, please. This change comes from the Mexican government removing the old in-transit exemption, which means cruise lines are now passing the fee along to you, quietly tucked into your final bill, like a sneaky guacamole upcharge. So don't be surprised when your statement shows an extra charge that no one mentioned during booking. There's no announcement, no warning, it just magically appears like a C-Day karaoke contestant with way too much confidence. And let's be real, $42 per person adds up fast. Family of 4? That's $168. For what? The privilege of maybe looking at Cozumel from your balcony? If this fee applied to places like St. Kitts or Curacao, people might riot. But because it's Mexico, and nearly every Caribbean cruise stops there, they know you'll just pay it and mumble something about port taxes under your breath. Tip? Next time you're budgeting for your cruise, go ahead and add a mystery money category, because apparently, even not going ashore can cost you now. Number 4, the Great Lounge Chair Crackdown. 40 minutes or you lose the throne. Picture this. You wake up early, like vacation early, which is somehow 6:15 a.m. You drag yourself to the pool deck, toss your towel on a prime lounge chair, and feel victorious. You go back to your cabin, maybe grab breakfast, maybe even gasp, take a quick nap. But when you return, your towel is gone. Your spot? Occupied. And your vacation dreams? Crushed. Welcome to the new reality of cruise pool decks in 2025, where chair hogging is now officially a crime, and your towel is no longer a legally binding placeholder. Carnival has slapped on a 40-minute time limit for any unoccupied lounge chair. Royal Caribbean said, "Oh, cute," and dropped theirs to 30 minutes. That's right. Crew members are now pool deck vigilantes, timing your towel like it's a parking meter. And if you're gone too long, your stuff gets relocated like it committed a crime to the towel jail, also known as the nearest stand, or, if you're lucky, lost and found. But let's be honest, how is this going to go down? Do you really think Chad from the sports deck is going to quietly accept that his lounger was reclaimed? Or that Karen's strategically placed romance novel and designer sunglasses won't spark a turf war? It's chaos. Passive-aggressive notes, side-eye from strangers. Was that your towel? Oh, I thought it was abandoned. Sure you did, Brenda. Now, do these rules make sense? Sure, chair hogging is the worst. But enforcing it with stopwatch-level precision? That's cruise comedy gold. The moral here? Don't get too comfy unless you plan to sit. Otherwise, your next great pool selfie might be taken standing awkwardly behind someone else, on your former throne.
Number 5. Carnivals, have fun, be safe. Crackdown translation, behave or else. Carnival has a new motto for 2025. Have fun, be safe. Sounds sweet, doesn't it? Like something you'd see stitched into a beach towel or printed on a greeting card with the clip art anchor and a dolphin giving you a thumbs up. But don't let the friendly vibe fool you. This is less of a cheerful reminder and more of a veiled threat. It's Carnival's way of saying, we've had enough of your shenanigans and we're ready to start charging for them. Under this new initiative, guests can be fined up to $500 for bad behavior. And by bad, we mean, well, anything they feel like. Throwing a drink, obvious. Looking like you might throw a drink still counts. Trying to sneak in a karaoke performance after one too many pina coladas, roll the dice. They've also introduced new quiet zones after midnight, so if you're still partying on the Lido deck at 12:01 a.m., shh. Carnival says your fun now has a bedtime. Meanwhile, dress codes are suddenly serious business again. That novelty tank top that says cruisin' for a boozin', might not fly anymore in the dining room. Time to break out the collared shirt you haven't worn since 2013. And then there's the DJ drama, the cherry on this rule change Sunday. Carnival allegedly sent out a memo asking DJs to tone down the rowdy music. Rap, hip-hop, anything that might encourage too much dancing. Basically, if it slaps, it's suspect. When pressed, Carnival swore they didn't ban any specific genres, they just politely discouraged anything with a beat, because heaven forbid someone starts enjoying themselves rhythmically. Oh, and while they're at it, they've added digital muster drills, more security patrols, tighter Wi-Fi controls, and a general vibe that says, this is still fun, right? But here's the real kicker. If you break a rule, they can remove you from the ship at the next port. No warning, no refund, just a one-way ticket to a surprise vacation in Belize and a very awkward phone call to your travel insurance company. So next time you're about to light up a cigar on your balcony or start a 2 a.m. conga line, just remember, have fun, be safe, and maybe read the fine print before you twerk.
Number 6. The banned gadgets and bottle drama. Welcome to the packing Hunger Games. Packing for a cruise used to be easy. Sunscreen, swimwear, maybe a formal night outfit that shows a little too much shoulder, and boom, you're cruise ready. But here in 2025, the cruise lines have decided that boarding a ship should feel more like prepping for airport security meets fire safety school meets a contraband sting operation. Let's start with the bottled water situation. Some cruise lines, Carnival, we're looking at you, have now declared that bringing your own bottled water is a no-go. Why? Because apparently every plastic water bottle is just a vodka mule in disguise. And sure, okay, people have done that, but now the rest of us are being punished. Sentenced to hydrate at $4.50 a bottle, or hope the onboard tap water doesn't taste like it was scooped from the pool behind Deck 9. They'll allow a refillable water bottle, of course, because nothing screams luxury vacation like drinking lukewarm water from a reusable container you last used at the gym. And that's just the beginning. Your Bluetooth speaker? Banned. That handy little power strip you bought on Amazon just for this cruise? Banned. That tiny travel router that was supposed to help you avoid the overpriced ship Wi-Fi? Absolutely 100% banned. You might as well carry a glowing sign that says, "I'm planning a technological coup." Oh, and hoverboards? Those are gone too. Because apparently some people were zipping around the hallways with mojitos like it was Mario Kart Lido Deck Edition. It's become pretty clear that if your item has a battery, makes a sound, or provides any kind of personal joy or independence, it's probably on the do not bring list. So if you're the kind of person who likes to travel with your gear, gadgets, and dignity intact, maybe triple check the cruise line's banned item list before you pack. Because nothing kills the excitement of embarkation day, like standing at security trying to explain why your $90 Yeti water bottle and tiny USB fan were just seized like you were smuggling plutonium.
Number 7, the document disaster, where your vacation dies at the terminal. You did everything right. You booked the cruise, you packed your bags, you even printed your luggage tags like the cruise-savvy legend you are. But then, you're standing at the terminal, smiling, ready to board, and they hit you with the dreaded line.
I'm sorry, we can't let you on the ship today.
Why? Because your passport expired 3 days ago, or you didn't realize one of the ports requires a visa for people from your country, or the name on your ID says Kate, but your cruise booking says Catherine, and suddenly that missing Aaron just cost you your entire vacation. In 2025, cruise lines and port authorities are not playing games when it comes to documentation. They've gone full savage, zero flexibility, zero sympathy, not even a passive-aggressive, "we hope to sail with you in the future" pamphlet to soften the blow. If anything doesn't line up, and I mean anything, your passport, your booking name, your visa, your vaccinations, your random health forms, your proof of something you didn't know you needed, they'll smile politely, wave you aside, and let you experience the full walk of shame straight back to the Uber pickup zone. No confetti, no music, just you and your overpacked carry-on. And here's the real kick in the life vest. You're not getting a refund. Nope. You'll get a vague clause buried deep in the fine print about passenger responsibility and a quiet, burning rage you'll carry for the rest of your natural life. This one hits especially hard if you're on a multi-country cruise. Think Mediterranean, Southeast Asia, any trip with more than one stamp involved. One missing visa, game over. And if your cruise starts in another country and your airline drops the ball and delivers you late, that cruise ship will leave without you, like a shady ex. Enjoy your 5-star land-based vacation at the airport hotel. Hope you like vending machine dinners and staring at your cruise tracker with tears in your eyes. So here it is, your cruise secrets PSA. Triple check your documents at least a month before you sail. Every name, every date, every port. Or don't, and enjoy your exciting, all-expenses-paid vacation to the cruise terminal parking lot, where dreams go to die.